Next Wave DV's coverage of Cine Gear Expo 2011 is made possible by JAG 35 Affordable Solutions for Filmmakers, CPM Film Tools, your lightweight solution for caging the beast, Lightcraft Workshop, the perfect tools to create the perfect image.
All right, Tony here from Next Wave DV, and I'm here with Phil from Sekonic. And Phil, you guys are offering a new light meter for the DSLR shooters that may not need all the bells and whistles of your full high-end model.
Okay. Actually, I have it right here, and that's the 308DC. I'll even turn it on for you. This is for that group of people who either put a light meter away or never use a light meter and don't even really know what to do. The way we're actually presenting this to them is backwards, because they'll set up lighting by eye and determine that this looks really great. The problem is sometimes they muff up the shot and they have to come back and do it again tomorrow. They took their lights down. What do you do after that? How do you set it up so you don't get sort of a visual jump cut in your lighting? What we're talking to them about now is, once you set the lighting the way you want, measure it. It's like getting out a tape measure and saying, okay, this is 2.8 and 2/10 here, 5.6 over here, f8 on the hair light. I can come back and reproduce it again and again and again. What's nice about the meter is a lot of meters show you, like meters that we have, many different modes. They'll have flash modes, of flash triggering modes, of ambient and reflected modes. This one only shows you exactly what you need to see and nothing more. You'll never bump into anything that you wonder what the heck that was. We're making an orange skin for it. If you register the meter online with Sekonic.com, I'll give you 2 extra years of warranty and the skin. So we want you to get into this, and the reason for it is, if you've never used a meter, you're going to lose it. You put this down, it's not going to slide in anything because it's rubber, and people are going to go, oh, you left your meter. You can't lose it. So for people who are not used to that, we're going to get them into it. And I think as they understand how lighting works, and they're thinking that it's not exposure, it's what's happening in front of your camera, which is lighting. What is ratios, how you're setting your hair light up. When you get into exposure, yes, you can use this for exposure. It's a great meter, but you got waveform. Your cameras can do stuff. It's what's happening in front of your camera, and it's reproducing it. That's the real importance of it. And at $280, this is a nice old deal. What I'd love to get them into, once they understand metering and lighting, is this. It's a spot meter, it's an incident meter. It does, I can crank the dome down and do light by light comparison, crank it back up, and yes, I can do exposure. But with a spot meter, it allows me to use a special target that is an extra expense with a processor software that we make that comes with a meter, actually, that allows you to map out the dynamic range of your camera and then put it into the meter, so you have a gauge that you'll know when I read the highlight and the dark tones whether the scene brightness and the range in your camera will fit. And if not, how do you knock it down? If you use a scrim, use a reflector, as you squeeze it down to fit your camera, whether it's going to and if that's enough. The meter will help you to do that. You can walk into a scene and scope it out the first time before anybody gets there to find out where all your trouble spots are. You can light, let's say from your X on the floor, all of your talent lighting before they even get there with this, when it gets really expensive to do. I can set up my lighting with a meter before they get there when it's cheap. So as we're saying on the back, lighting's got to be done right, but it's got to be done on time. Because when the talent shows up, it's not the time to pull out the meter and start fooling around with the lights. So do people need meters? Absolutely. Is it all about exposure, which we've talked about over the years? Yes. But is it about lighting, what's happening in front of the camera? The cinematography crowd already knows this. They all own meters and they use them. It's really the new digital guys who have relied on their cameras to do metering and multiple matrix metering things, did a great job. But as soon as you lock the mirror up, no more meter. You need to have something to reproduce, to get the right ratio, and to understand how lighting works. And that's what these guys do.
Subscribe to us on YouTube and visit nextwavedv.com for more news and training for video and filmmakers.